universal design for learning provides a framework to remove barriers from the learning environment so that all learners can access and participate in meaningful, challenging learning opportunities. UDL guidelines are built on 3 principles, providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and action or expression. Seesaw is an intuitive and dynamic digital portfolio tool that embodies these principles. Here are 5 ways Seesaw supports UDL. Student choice. Seesaw's canvas area allows objects to be linked, creating the perfect environment for choice boards and digital classroom spaces. Teachers can create and assign activities that offer students a variety of paths toward the same learning goals. Students have the ability to post to their own journal at any time, not just in response to an activity posted by the teacher. Students can snap quick pictures of work they're doing offline, post links to videos and articles that they're researching, use Seesaw's Canvas area to make a vision board, or even create their own choice board around a topic or theme. At any time, a student might create something they're proud of, unprompted, and want to share it. They might make a connection to something they've learned previously and want to highlight that connection in their journal. In this way, they move from a handful of choices to meaningful autonomy. Embedded support. Seesaw makes it easy to embed supports and options for perception. When creating an activity, a teacher can use Seesaw's built-in screencasting tool to make a quick directions video or showcase model work. These videos can live in the activity directions or be embedded within the canvas itself. They also have the option to record audio directions and/or captions so that students can choose to hear their teacher's voice if that helps them better understand what to do or how to do it. Because Seesaw allows objects in its canvas to be linked out, teachers can stitch together multiple representations of content or topic, as well as supports like vocabulary clarification, links to previous lessons, or even a link to a previous student artifact that ties into this new learning. Templates can be attached to activities as a method of scaffolding for students. To provide the right amount of scaffolding for each student, activities can be duplicated and the templates can be tweaked and then individually assigned. Audience and social value. Seesaw offers each digital classroom an attached blog. The blog is a space where the teacher can curate student artifacts, whether they showcase each student's best work, or all fit a certain purpose, like items for a scavenger hunt, to be shared publicly. This is a powerful way to expand the audience for a student's learning, and it doesn't have to sacrifice safety or security. Blogs can be password protected and do not include students' full names. People who visit the blog can comment on student posts if the teacher turns this feature on, but comments will always be moderated by the teacher before they're viewable on the blog. Once your class blog is full of learning artifacts, it can then be shown off to an authentic audience. You might choose to connect with other classrooms of students who view and comment on the blog's contents, or share with community members, experts in a specific field, schools in other states and countries, or whoever makes sense as an authentic audience for your students. This audience can view all the blog has to offer and comment with feedback and encouragement if enabled. This increases the relevancy and authenticity of the student's work. Creativity. Seesaw's Canvas tools provide students with a menu of creative options to ink their learning in ways that they prefer. For example, a student might take a picture of a page of a book the class is reading. They can then use the drawing tools, text boxes, shapes, and more to annotate the page. While they're annotating, they can use the screencasting tool and talk through their thoughts as they annotate. Students might take a bunch of pictures that represent kindness in some way and turn them into a collage on the Seesaw canvas, making each one link out to a different internet resource about kindness. Student ownership. One way Seesaw supports student ownership of learning is in its very structure as a journal or portfolio. Students are given easy access to their own growth when they reflect on the learning artifacts that they've collected in their journal thus far, as well as space to reflect on that growth. Use student journals as a basis for individual conferences and encourage students to self-assess. What grade would they give themselves for this week based on the artifacts in their journal? What could they do better next week? Another Seesaw feature that can be used to support student ownership is self-selecting folders. Students can select folders they want to organize their work into when posting in their journal. This could be as simple as putting ELA work in the ELA folder, but if you make folders for each standard, you can encourage students to really think about the standards that they're trying to meet and give them ownership over how they approach those standards and goals. If students create their own goals, those goals can also be added as folders in which students can put relevant work. Seesaw's digital learning environment simplifies your role as the teacher in developing students as expert learners. Use the universal design for learning as a framework to guide your Seesaw practices.